to another reaction, the last reaction for this season of Interview with the Vampire, Season 2, Episode 8. I did post on my community tab, it has been greenlit for a Season 3, and the Season 3, the little bit of what they let us know, it deals with like Lestat and like his versions of something. I don't know if of his versions of this event or his versions of something else. I know that somebody did say that they might be taking books, might be taking that season from books of Lestat. Also, somebody mentioned Queen of the Damned might be part in that season. Regardless, I'm beyond excited for Season 3, but I'm ready to see what's going to happen in this final episode of this season, and knowing as well that Lestat as well as Louis are going to be in the Season 3 makes me beyond excited. I have a quick question. The Anne Rice books that deals with the Interview with the Vampire, or this world, right? I know Lestat is throughout the whole of her books. Is Louis as well? Like, do we always have them together? I actually would love that, but I wasn't sure if like Louis is only in certain books and then we just go on to Lestat and him and his journey throughout the years, or moving past Louis. And I also don't want to be spoiled, so I'm kind of nervous me asking this question, but if it's non-spoilery, if you could please let me know. Now, if it is a spoil that you can't divulge into the information, shh, no spoilers. You want to see this in a full reaction, the links are down below. Once again, I do have a new channel, Andres Reacts. Please go over there and subscribe today. I'm getting into Fargo, and the first episode I just watched, I'm like dying to film another episode of Fargo because that's how much I love it. But I'm watching Fargo and Killing Eve on that platform. So the link down to my other YouTube channel is down below. So please, once again, subscribe over there as well. Full reactions are available. Links to that is down below. I put everything down below. Down below is the best place to be, honey. No pun intended. But yes, down below. Yes, the links to Patreon as well as my YouTube channel memberships are down below. I need to stop saying down below. So without further ado, let's jump into Interview with the Vampire and find out exactly what this show has got to give. And that's the end of it. There's nothing else. That's episode 15 for y'all. Oh my God, Claudia!
A quiet, easeful death. What else would it be?
Horrible.
I had nowhere to go. She was dead. I knew it, could feel it. Like I couldn't feel my hands. Like I could feel my heart pumping slower every night. My ankles, healed in the coffin, circled around the insulating rocks of my deathbed. X-ray, they'd look like little cancers.
He could remove them anytime he wanted to.
Maybe he has, and he's been lying to you all these years for effect. What were the consequences of you saving Louis?
Demotion. Made certain I would not forget my insubordination as part of my penance.
I tried to paint alternatives. Wear a different suit the night you meet Lestat at the fair play. Would I have been stronger sooner? Would I have resisted Lestat? Be the man in the different suit. I'm kissing Lestat on the altar. Killing Lestat, but won't burn him. Penny candy's not the answer. Claudia is dead. Rock shifts by my knee. Could I make another rock move? The rock hadn't moved. The craftsmanship was solid.
When a vampire starts screaming from starvation, he hasn't much time left.
I didn't know I was screaming. If I had, I would have used it to ignite the clothes on my body. Claudia is dead.
As Louis withered away, life in the theater returned, all under the increasingly self-satisfied eye of Santiago. He had outwitted me.
Yeah, I
hurt
don't
me
believe this.
deeply, cemented his power amongst the coven.
So, how did you get him out?
I placed a sacrifice in an old vault coffin, swapped that coffin for Louis.
Anyone ever ask Lazarus if he wanted to be woke?
No one gives a shit about Lazarus's point of view, is what I remember.
Claudia is dead. I was dead. My rage had risen. They moved from shadow to shadow towards the cemetery. It wasn't safe to return to the apartment.
Oh, you dead, sir. Sorry.
My rage killed without a single measure of satisfaction. Inspired with my madness on a plan for retribution.
Hans? Looking bad! Murder! Santiago!
Ha ha ha.
Meow. Sam, so close.
Qu'est-ce que vous faites derrière la moto?
You're not a farmer. I would use the machete.
Sam, talk to Sam.
Stairs. Cut their feet off if they go up. Gustav is strong.
Why haven't you left Paris?
If you get in a fight or delay, you'll be consumed with them.
Leave Paris.
Maybe you should answer him. He knows the theater more than you.
Maybe you should shut up.
You're going to find out what I did. Do not worry about me.
I ain't fucking worried about you!
Sam tossed her in the rat box, and the rat box was Sam.
I think you would understand why it was. I acted as I did. I know you will never forgive me. I am not seeking forgiveness.
Did you save me at the trial?
Yes,
You pulled me out the wall?
yes.
However you manage it, do not find yourself at the theater tomorrow night at curfew.
Did you know he was going to burn it down?
No,
He already betrayed you once. They were his coven for hundreds of years. Why risk it?
It was a test. I don't remember. There was 13 of them and one of me. I was going to die either way.
But you didn't warn any of them.
no. I didn't know his plan. If I'm not with him, I'm nothing.
A vampire commits himself to coffin. The dark boundaries of the world begin to stretch out in all directions. Have been a marching band or a jet engine taking off a tarmac. Vantage was mine.
Oh, that's Claudia. Ha ha ha.
6 by fire, 2 by blade, 1 by a combination of the two. No sign of Armand or Lestat. That meant 4 had escaped, planned for contingencies.
It had to be the London coven. You tried drinking from Gustav Vasquez. It was London. Passion.
You're next.
Celeste, it's down. You.
Ha ha ha.
Did I wake you?
Companion with you.
Didn't you hear? We broke up.
Credit for the workman role he played, Louis. It was me that gave Claudia that hot exit from the garden.
Come to me.
Mr. as eyeshadow for the next month's performances.
Come to me, Francis.
I put a pinch of them in my fist before I close my coffin at night. It's Santiago to you, you firebug bugger!
Nah, compensate for what God denied you, Francis. That joke in between your legs. The nature of the transformation that made you change your name. The desperate begging. You can see your maker's face now. Embarrassment washing over it.
Certainty. I'll go.
I don't care what you call yourself. Come to me.
Oh, Santiago. I liked him.
Say that shit about Claudia to my face. Santiago's failure to protect his coven, how quickly he ran.
Cloak to a knife fight.
And all my rage and madness exited my body.
So Lestat and Armand is what's left.
When did you start lying to me?
The night of Madeleine's transformation, the coven would keep curfew. Let you do what you were going to do in safety. Plus the script at my feet, and I saw the title, My Coven of 200 Years. Or him.
Oops.
You rehearsed it with Lestat?
They rehearsed it with him.
When you spent nights over here.
I lied to you. Over and over.
Then once think, make a different plan with me.
I will spend my life making it up to you.
You'll never make it up to me. Is Lestat still in Paris?
You'll never be able to kill him.
That wasn't my question.
Yes, he's still here.
Ask for a shot. The light's going out of your blue eye.
Is that Louis and Armand?
Does it take a lot out of you? Destroying everything in your wake? Well, almost everything.
You look small.
This was Magnus's lair.
Details left to work out after the homicide of Fralik.
That's where he kept you?
This was for the disappointments. The ones before me. Pretty blondes in piles. Right about where the gremlin stands now.
Not gremlin!
I came here to have a think.
To have a think.
On my origins. Why I do what I do.
Why you rehearsed a play that will burn your daughter alive?
Right!
The great laws.
What fucking law did you ever follow? Stop. I've come to kill you.
I have the blood of Magnus in me.
Magnus burned.
I have the blood of Akasha in me. But the fact in and of itself makes your immediate desire an impossibility. I'd have to be willing, and I'm not in the mood.
Here's your death, Lestat. He and I are gonna spend the rest of our lives together. Ever pale proxy of me, I'll be with him.
Enjoy him. Let's see how long it holds.
What do you think he meant by that, Louis?
He didn't think we would make it.
Stop for a moment at the Place de la Concorde. The Luxor obelisk.
I said telepathically. Was it telepathically?
I don't remember.
I said, let's go see Egypt.
And we did. Here, there, everywhere, and Dubai.
And that's the end of it. There's nothing else.
That's crazy.
End of session.
He mentioned Akasha.
He loved you. It must have been terrible for him to see us off that night.
Mind if I ask a few follow-up questions? There's just some things I've been jotting down. Like you and the tractor salesman in the bar in New Orleans. Stott telepathically told you that you were scaring the salesman. Baker can't do that anymore after transformation, right? 4 escaped the theater. Celeste, Estelle, Santiago, and
Sam.
Vampire Sam Barkley.
We never quite figured out how he did it.
I believe he's a DJ now.
A DJ?
He wears a decorative helmet on his head when he performs.
Does he? Putting Armand in the theater box, but you also have him helping to bury you.
He was with Armand in the box.
Oh, maybe he did a quick vamp back and forth.
Rashid, should we begin dinner preparations? Yes, sir.
Another New Orleans thing. I mean,
Hold on, Armand is
I'm
getting
jumping all over
angry.
the place here, but how many soldiers did he mindfuck out of the townhouse that night?
I don't know.
10?
More like 30.
Huh.
Huh?
There was more than one person in the theater that night who could have saved you. Said it yourself just now. He loved Louis. Lestat would have tried to save him as much as you did. Santiago should hand the diary into the audience. Too early for Lestat to acknowledge Louis, meeting him in New Orleans. These are just some notes along the margins.
Everybody stop, Gold Mike's here. What's going on? Wait, what's going on? What is happening? Careful, it's one of the... What? Oh my God. Look at Armand. Armand was behind all of this, but this is what he wanted? Wait.
That's when the Black Angel came.
And now you rise from your chair and walk towards Claudia.
And how do you suppose that you will keep her quiet in this moment? More of your cheap theatrics.
The judges will fog her mind.
You have no idea of Claudia's strength.
So, the truth is, wrote the play.
He directed the play.
He is the play.
Guilty or not guilty?
That was him.
Banishment.
Banishment. Banishment.
You're supposed to die with Claudia. He didn't save you. Lestat did.
Wasted everyone who could have told you differently. Talamasca. Sam was their guy in Paris. He gave it to them. They gave it to me.
Louis! Louis!
He could have killed him right there.
You have forgiven me for what part I played in the death. The time has given me.
You're not moving quick enough, Danielle.
I'm guessing Rashid left after he brought me the newspaper.
Run, Danielle.
You're not to touch him. You harm him in any way, I will kill you. Do you understand? When I return, you need to be gone. You should gather your things from your room. I'll arrange a car and a plane to take you home. I'll see there's $10 million wired into your account. Thank you.
Hoping the Caney will wait until July. I had 2 on the floor for new edition at the Essence Festival. She had a thing for
where
Ralph
is
when
he?
she was young. You believe that? Ralph, pretty mother. Answer me this. How come you coming in when everybody else getting out?
My luggage arrived?
Yes, sir. 2 bags and an oversized crate early in the morning. Your card? Your key? We're happy to have you as long as you'll have us.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Now, but if you want to turn your attention to the right of them big with 24 members of high society. They walked in them doors right there. Town home and that is King Garage, who went by the name Sebastian. Now, what a man, a known hoarder and an infamous recluse. We named King Garage Creole hustler. And his little child bride, they were running a voodoo cult. Who that? The next morning, couldn't nobody find head-to-head pieces, none of permanent pieces of bone inside the factory-sized incinerator.
And it eats rats like Louis.
Chunks of shit, trash cans, mailboxes blowing around. Wild out there.
Shut up.
Out of town is where we should be. Shut up, you crazy old man. Who's he?
Louis.
Yes. Louis? Keep fucking telling dog! Shit! God damn it! Fuck! God.
We're some fledgling. All the millennials are. He is an excellent rat catcher.
Hello, Lestat.
Hello, Louis.
I came to see you.
And what does your companion think of that?
I'm companion enough for myself now.
I'm sorry I don't have much time. I'm in the middle of rehearsing. Going on tour. You're better than me to carry on the great work. Siri, pause.
Siri, pause.
Did you save my life in Paris?
I gave you to Armand. You tell me if that was saying.
Why didn't you say?
I don't like to point out my virtues. I knew you'd figure it out. You have. I was right. All hail me.
Here in New Orleans. Whole time.
I am she is me.
I didn't know it was a gift. I wore it like a curse. I was selfish. I wanted you to suffer. Because I was suffering.
The ways we have wronged each other and why it will never be right between monstrous.
I came to thank you for the gift you offered me. The gift I denied. Thank you.
September 8, 1973. Armand called me. Were you there?
Yeah.
Did you hurt yourself?
I was lost. I was in a dark way.
I can't get her out of my mind. You have the same problem.
Hands, it's not on you. You hear me? I carried her home. I made you turn her to a half-century later.
She looked at me at the end like a child looking to her father. I was never.
What is this?
Welcome back, Atlanta. And welcome to
5 million books in 4 months.
The Washington Post.
The Bezos Bugle.
That's a good
Middle finger to the publishing industry that turned its back on him a decade ago. You haven't even told your viewers what the book is about. You, Leonard, trying to go viral with your dinky little provincial news desk.
You took a noble career.
Didn't even read it.
Put it in the shredder.
Didn't read the book. It's a great read, and you're a hack.
Molloy, I can't wait to read the book.
Running down, all of us.
Your royalty checks keep bouncing back to me, man. I need a forwarding address. The shit they made me take out. No editor's next book, I promise. Guessing you haven't heard from my maker.
No, shouldn't have left you alone with him.
Make it up to me. We'll do a follow-up book. I keep hearing the other vamps talking about you. They're really fucking pissed off about our book.
You're a vampire.
You become a cold killer.
Where'd you get those headphones?
Killed him. No bacon.
You'll all get a chop.
शिकार करो.
What? Oh, what happened?
Skyscraper. The skyscraper. The grow.
Quiet now. Shh, 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 shh. I live in the penthouse apartment at the Al Sharaf Towers in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, with a protective film coating for those of us sun challenged. All you cowards out there talking shit, hear this now. And hear it plain. I own the night.
Well, I was about to watch the ending of it. I guess it was like another about 15 minutes of them talking about, you know, like kind of like the making of the seasons, what it seemed. But I stopped. I was actually really into it, but then I was like, I have a lot to do today. No shade. And it's possible that I might go back over there and actually see it just a little bit when I have a little bit more time. Time goes by so quickly when you're having fun. There was a part, okay, so the last episode where everybody was crying hysterically when Claudia died, I didn't cry. I didn't cry because I told you guys, although like it was a really sad moment for me and, you know, for everybody watching it, I already kept hearing about Claudia's death, I think, since season 1. I didn't know when in season 2, at season 1, that she was gonna die, but people let me know that she was gonna die. So my expectancy of her length of her being around me and this show, I already knew was coming to an end in season 2. Then as we was getting closer, I just kept getting more and more hints that she was gonna die. So I knew it was coming, right? So when it actually happened, I wasn't as like emotional. And that happens with me in everyday life. Like if anything I know that it's going to happen that could be extremely sad, I generally disconnect, or because I know something's bad about to happen, there's no emotion. And people sometimes think I'm like cold as hell because I don't, everybody will be crying and I'll be like, not like that, but I'll be like, you know, I feel the sadness, but I can't express it. This episode, when Louis and Lestat were speaking, let me let you guys know, I actually had to stop filming and walk away. I thought that was one of the best performances, and not only that, I got so into what was happening, and not only that, I really do like Lestat and Louis, and not only that, the words and everything that was happening, plus us finding out that Lestat actually was the one who saved Louis, and Armand wanted Louis to die this whole time with Claudia. This was all Armand's plan. And then us getting all the way up, we were right on top of the cliff, and then you see how hurt Lestat was about Claudia's death and how he said he couldn't, oh my God, just that whole scene. And then when he asked Louis, did he hurt himself? And he said, yeah, he was in a dark place. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. It took me back to, I know, I'm a narcissist. Hi, Gold Mike. I'm a narcissist, so I gotta talk about myself at least once. That's why the channel's on today, so right. I just can't help myself. But it took me back when he said, yeah, I was in a dark place. I remember I was in such an, I swear to God, if my mom had YouTube or my mom would be on the chat, maybe we'll talk, I'll have a conversation about like depression. But I was in such a dark place when I broke up with my fiance. And I'll be really blunt, I didn't want to continue living. And I remember being in my room, I didn't tell anybody, but I I guess the setup, everybody kind of knew I was in a really dark place. And I remember my mom called me, and she's my witness. She called me and she knew like I was not okay. And she ended up calling, this is me opening up to you guys. She called the police. The police somehow, magically delicious, got into my apartment without breaking down the doors or anything. Like I guess they had a key. I don't even know how they must have gone to management. I'm figuring it all out now. This was a very long time ago, so. But they ended up getting into my apartment. I opened up my bedroom door. I had alcohol bottles, pill bottles. I was in a dark place. And I ended up going and like being treated at a hospital. Like I was in a dark place. And there's certain words or something, a scenery that will remind me of how dark I was in that place. And that's when he said yeah, and his voice cracked and he was saying he was in a dark place. It just took the overwhelming feelings of me being from watching the show and being here with you guys, snapping to back then. This is over like 10 years ago. How old am I? Yeah, about over 10 years ago. So it just snapped me right back into there as if I was reliving that moment. So I broke down. I couldn't even control myself. I had to stop and leave. That was one of the hardest things I watched on a TV show. We're watching about vampires, but I could take it for myself, and I'm sure there's other people who have suffered from depression at least once in their life can understand that scene. When you lose somebody or you lose something out of your control and you just keep reliving that moment. I understood it, and watching those two actors portray this moment was breathtaking. And then I'm mad we went from that very crazy emotional scene to Daniel like chilling in his like a pleather at the talk show, going back and forth, and they made it a comic relief where you could kind of like try to relax and take from that one pivotal moment and then laugh. Then revelation of Daniel being a vampire was another gag to the keys, to the lemons and the squeezes of all the damn juices. I was like, damn, now Daniel is killing people too, on top of that. And Armand made him. So I do know in season 3 that we're gonna get Louis, we're gonna get Armand again, we're gonna get Lestat, and I'm kind of curious what happened after that situation in the hurricane, and then where is Lestat now, and why aren't they, I guess like they're just gonna be friends? Possibly. And what are we gonna get in season 3? We did see in season 3 that Louis did say, Armand, all these vampires. Lestat said he was going on a tour, which is what I posted about in the community tab. That's what season 3 is gonna be about. Lestat goes on tour. I'm not really sure where Louis would fit in this. Maybe he goes with Lestat or something of that nature. And where would Armand come from? It's also, when he mentioned Akasha, that he has the blood of Akasha in him, and I'm assuming that means fire won't kill him. I don't know much about Akasha, but I'm assuming that if you try to burn Lestat, like you can't, like unless he wants to be, is what he said. I'm just taking his words. So that's crazy. That's insane. Anyways, I really did enjoy this episode. It was everything. Thank you guys so much for being here. Feel free to comment down below. I'll see you all next time with more reactions.